Welcome back to CBS Mornings. The U.S. and its allies promised the most damaging financial sanctions yet in response to Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The capital, Kyiv, and other Ukrainian cities have been hit by air and missile strikes over the past several hours, and ground troops are crossing the border. President Biden calls it an unprovoked and unjustified attack by Russian military forces. Later today, he is expected to announce further consequences. The U.S. has deployed a limited number of additional troops to NATO countries, but the president has repeatedly made it clear he will not send any U.S. troops into Ukraine. David Martin is at the Pentagon. David, good morning. What can you tell us about the latest on the U.S.'s military response?
Well, there are 5,000 paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne in Poland, and their primary mission is to go to the Polish border if needed to process the stream of refugees trying to flee across the border from Ukraine. As you can imagine, there's been a dramatic increase in the number of people trying to cross that border, by one estimate 5 times as many as before the attack. The 82nd would send paratroopers up to the border stations to help Polish border patrol guards process people coming across the border, and they would also run facilities a little further back from the border at airfields where refugees would be housed and fed until they could figure out where to go from there.
And David, what kind of military support can our military provide to the Ukrainians now that we're closer?
Well, the president has been clear that U.S. troops are not going to go into the Ukraine, even to rescue Americans who are trapped there. So the U.S. role right now is to help with the flow of refugees, both in Poland and coming across Ukraine's southern border into Romania. And then beyond that, it will be to reinforce NATO. We have something like 8,500 troops on alert back here in the United States, ready to go to NATO to reinforce that eastern flank. The other countries aren't being threatened yet, but you don't know where this is going to go.
Exactly. And now our troops are in the region. Thank you, or closer to where this conflict is happening. Thank you so much, David.